Hello, this is my vlog for October 29th, Tuesday. It's 9:54. I got up at like 8 or 9. I slept in longer than I needed to. I'm like tired. My shoulders, like right here, especially the back part. Yeah, right there. Is like really sore. I should stretch those muscles. I don't think I did this crossover stretch yesterday. I'm still doing that one, but yeah, I spent like the whole day stretching yesterday. I was super tired. Yeah, and I still have an edema. That thing, it's a little bit smaller. It's smaller today, but it's still there. And yeah, it does. It was hurting yesterday. Yeah, I still have a little bit of weed. I got like I think it was $27 worth of weed like 3 days ago, because I wanted to be stoned when I did the squatting for the first time. That's what gave me the edema. Yeah, it like puffed up like immediately. I looked down and noticed like a half hour later. But and then I did the pulley workout day before yesterday for the first time, and that is a really nice system. Yeah, I have to make sure to I don't want to like jerk it. The washers that go around the metal are like that big, and I'm thinking like maybe I should have bought bigger washers. Maybe I'll ask ChatGPT. I could like take it off and put bigger washers on the other side, but ChatGPT said it was rated to 300 to 400 pounds. Oh, so yesterday, yeah, another thing that gobbled up my time was, well, my mom came over actually in the morning because I wanted to give her a tour of my gym. And she didn't like the pulley system. She thinks it's going to break. So I was only able to show her a couple of exercises on there. But yeah, I showed her the stretches that I do on here. And showed her the plant, and she was like, yeah, cut the plant. Because the plant, the leaves were like the buds, the cresples, or the hairs were still straight, But when I looked at it on my microscope the other day, they looked milky white, the cresples, the crystals. But yeah, it looked good enough. So I cut it and at the base. And so now it's the other little ones that are going to take over. Hopefully they grow up big enough. They're only like this big now. But yeah, so then I trimmed it, the whole plant. It took forever, like an hour. That was the first plant that I trimmed, like the whole thing. I think because the other one I had cut bits and pieces off of. But yeah, it looked cool. I think I took some photos of it. I should have included it. I should have included in this. But and then I did go over to her house at one point for food. Yeah, for dinner. Oh yeah, so But then she even went with me in her car. But after she was hanging out with me, we went over to the Humane Society at 11 because I had to pick up my ferret. My ferret, Frazzle, and he was just here. He got away, and they said that he was turned in on the 17th, and it's like, what day is it? It's the 28th, and I didn't call until yesterday, or the day before yesterday. So I talked to him yesterday, and yeah, so that was like 12 days that I didn't realize that he wasn't here. So that was like, man, I must have been out of it. Just totally, whoops, preoccupied with myself. But he had ear cancer that I knew was going to have to cost like $850. And I didn't want to like get it done because I had to pay like $400 just to get it diagnosed or something like that. And you know, I was kind of thinking in the back of my head, like I heard I could take it maybe or call the animal veterinary school in Fort Collins, and maybe they do it at a discount as one of their projects. But I never called. But yeah, the ferret, I noticed she was jumping on top of my chicken wire. This stuff, which was piled out there. And yeah, at one point I put a mountain bike wheel, and that was all it took. He jumped from the chicken wire to the mountain bike wheel. And I caught him actually out there running around on the dirt because he wanted to get up there onto all of the dirt on my deck, on the rail. And I provided a pathway for him. So like, yeah. So they already did so I brought that back to like, so they can't do that again. I guess I got lucky. The other one didn't. Because 2 years ago, the other one, Frazzle, jumped up from the, I have the chair out there, Chaise Lounge, and the table for it was on the right side. It jumped onto the table and then onto the air conditioner and then onto the dirt, and then they fall off. And they fall all the way down to the ground, and I guess they survive and run around, and I got lucky both times that a neighbor finds them and calls the Humane Society. So in 2022 it was one, and then that was Frazzle. And then this time it was Frizzle. So they noticed he had the cancer, this half-centimeter growth on his ear. And so they did the operation, and they were going to, I guess, put him up for adoption if nobody claimed him. And but because I claimed him, I had to pay for the full price, because they put those up for adoption for like the ferrets are like a couple $100 or something. But I got both of those for $400 or $389 over at like Petco. But yeah, so I had to pay $862 to get my ferret back. Yeah. So, but I brought him back, and they were happy. The other one, Frazzle, looked kind of sad. He was like looking around for his buddy, and he looked sad. But when I held him up, but yeah, when this one was, Frizzle was jumping up and down, and Frazzle was chasing after him. It was a fun reunion. So it was my fault, but at least now, because I think when I got it diagnosed, she said we could live a couple of years. So, you know, they can live up to 10 years. So I guess it was a necessary procedure. So I was going to have to pay that anyway. It was It was the easiest way to do it, where I only had to go one time. But I had to wait forever, for like 45 minutes or something, for the, I get the animal agent and animal warden or whatever to talk to me. Yeah, and then I had to sign the warning. Or the, yeah. So, now both of the ferrets have had that experience. It's a fun little adventure, vacation for the ferret. Oh man, that feels good. I'm stretching my leg. So I'm going to, I just talked to my mom. Like, I'm tired. I think I need to take a break today. So what I'm going to do is just stretch all day long. That's what I would do if I had the time to myself. But I was talking to my mom, and she wants to, me to go over to her house and, like, help her organize, which is good. Because I notice her house is, like, super messy. And so I can totally help her a lot. But I'll be there a long time, or a few hours. Yeah, get a lot done. She can park her car in her garage now for the first time to charge it. So anyways, yeah, so I don't want to do, I can't ride my bike, this knee. Like, at one point I was walking around and it hurt. And I definitely can't squat. Yeah, my lats are sore too. I could do ab stuff, like a bunch of sit-ups and backups. I kind of don't want to go to the gym because I have enough sore muscles, and I need to stretch too. That I could get myself in trouble in the gym, like do stuff that I shouldn't do. So even if I try to go in there just to do like sit-ups. So yeah, I have plenty of sit-up stuff here that I haven't even done in forever. So I need to like organize the straps and like, yeah, I could try sit-ups. But I'm kind of tired. Like, I have enough stuff that's tired, my shoulders and stuff. I don't know, I might even be more tired. Maybe it was because I overstretched or something, but I might be even more tired today than yesterday. Or I forgot how tired I was yesterday, but lifting weights for like an hour and a half. I think it said 22,000 pounds, but that was like, I think I used less weight here because I do it like with different form. I do it super slowly. And so, you know, like 20, maybe it was like half, I don't know, but, and then swimming 10 kilometers, that was a 9,700 meters, 9,750 meters, like almost 10 kilometers. That was like the farthest. I did 8.5 last week, or a few days ago, so, yeah, and I was at level 7. So yeah, my shoulders are sore. My legs are good. But my knee, I can't row because of my shoulders too. But my knee, I can't ride or walk, run, or squat. So what I'm gonna do is stretch all day long, and then if I have the energy, do sit-ups and backups inside my house. Not the hanging ones, but the ones on the bench. But I'm not even all that motivated to do that. Like, if I just stretch all day long, apart from hanging out with my mom, that feels like enough. I kind of screwed up my diet last night. My diet is crap. Like, I went into the store and I saw potato chips, this big bag. It said $2, but then I paid and it said I paid $3.50. So I'm not going to fall for that trick anymore. It said like members. I don't think it was like one special app I had to use, but I didn't eat it. I ate a little bit of it. But I went in there at like 10:30 to get candy. I got a big bag of like these Tic Tac jelly beans. Yeah. I wanted to go in and get a candy I'd never had before. And Tic Tac, they have these really hard shell, like Tic Tac shells, and on the inside it's like jelly beans. But and then I got oh yeah, Fig Newtons, strawberry Fig Newtons, because I had the munchies from the weed. So it's kind of like what I had for dinner last night, like pure sugar. And then I had my like my some kind of like pineapple juice or something. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that's why I don't have that much energy. But I should do a bicep today too. But yeah, I'm just gonna stretch all day long as much as I can. My shoulders are super sore, but I love the feeling of the stretching. Like when I'm doing the stretches, I'm gonna do a demo pretty soon. I'm like, oh my god, I have to do these stretches. Like it's essential. There's this one, and my setup is perfect for stretching. There's a stretch that I do that I lay on my bench that my legs are on now, and I put my arms back onto the the bottom of the couch, and so my shoulders are like this, and then if I bring my feet up onto the bench and like lower my lower back flat, it's like totally stretches it out, and it's like I want to do that. I hold that for 5 minutes, and there's a bunch like that. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. Yeah, like right now. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. God. Yeah, so my intellectual pursuit, my project now, the only thing that I care about, man, my tongue is dry, is memorizing Aristotle Politics. Aristotle Politics is the most, and he wrote a lot of books too. He was prolific. And Plato was too. But his Aristotle Politics, I think, Aristotle's the most important writer. And I think Aristotle Politics is the most important book. It's the first book that anybody should memorize. I think you should memorize it. So, yeah, for the last couple of days, I've been like listening to it throughout the bulk of the day, as much as I can, because I'm smoking weed. It's fun to listen to music. But and the news a little bit, but like he mentioned when the Ferret, I wanted to memorize every single time that that he gave an example, and I want to know how many examples it is. I'm actually going to ask ChatGPT what it knows, because I keep meaning to do that. Every single time a political system changes, you know how they talk about in Aristotle, it's the 6 forms of government, the 3 good governments and the 3 badsies, and it goes through the cycle. So when you start like a colony, it's a kingdom because it's all run the same way as a family, where the father's in charge, and so you have your king, and then everybody in your city is like part of the same family, so they just stay like that, and they have the kingship with the royal family and all that. But then that degenerates into oligarchy. So where it's just a rule of the few at the top, and they get to make the rules, and it's so then they have to evolve into into another good form, so that there's the 3 good, which is king, aristocracy, and polity. And then the 3 bads of each one. So the bad of the kingdom is democracy. I mean tyranny. The bad part of oligarchy is of aristocracy is oligarchy, and the bad part of polity is democracy. I could have that wrong because I'm like baked. But so it goes in the system. So you have the kingdom, and then the kingdom devolves into a tyranny, and then it goes aristocracy, which devolves into oligarchy, and then you go into a polity, which can devolve into a democracy. But the cool thing about what his book is that he talks about the melting point. It's like a rainbow. The fusion points, the connection points between the different, because they're always going through a cycle, between the different forms of government. So an extreme form of government, it's the same thing as another extreme form. So the extreme form of tyranny is the same thing as extreme democracy as you're going through the transition. I'm way too high to talk about this right now. But yeah, so that's basically what I want to memorize. But the thing is that he has actual examples of all of that, and a lot of them. Yeah, so I wanted to memorize all of them, and I was like trying to think, where should I put them? I'm getting hungry. That's a good sign. It means my appetite's going up. I'm not used to being hungry this early in the morning. Usually not hungry until the afternoon. But I kind of didn't have a dinner last night. It was a bunch of fucking sugar. Anyway, no, but I noticed my body is getting kind of good. Like I was stretching my leg a little bit on my couch, and I was looking at my leg, and I had some tone. I was like, oh man, I should like apply to OnlyFans again. Or like I should do poses for TikTok, dances on TikTok and poses on Instagram. I was thinking about doing it as a fat guy, because fat guys are funny, like dress up like a in my outfit, my soldier outfit that I made myself, and like sing songs about being a warrior. But I'm kind of a little bit not funny fat anymore. Maybe, I don't know. The thing would say that I'm still fat. Yeah, I'm actually still kind of funny fat. Anyways, yeah, so I wanted to listen to the book and on Audible, and I was listening to the menu over and over again on my website, and I didn't know whether to put it on the menu, all the examples, because there's a lot, or to just have it says its own section in the white page on the top with all the examples. And I'm thinking now, no, in the menu. You do it in the menu, just color code it with a different font. But in the future, you could probably have ChatGPT or somebody like AI like read it to you with all the different voices because of all the different fonts. But anyways, yeah, I was listening to it, and I got to the Ferret, which is where it was the judges of Sparta, but they devolved, because that was like Sparta's attempt as a polity. So a polity is like a democracy, is like a republic. So it's a democratically elected officials. It's like what America is. They have to follow rules that of laws that they wrote out from their constitution. So, yeah, but not too convoluted, because the older constitutions are the simpler and the new ones are the more complex. But yeah. So, lost my train of thought. I was looking at the birds. Yeah, so, oh yeah, the Efferalti, were the judges, but then the judges became kind of oligarchical, you know? They kind of wrote their own words, laws, you know, and so then they kind of, ditched them, and so then it turned into a kingdom. So that's how they switched. It was just, So another way is that when you break laws that have been around forever. So that's why it's the most important book to read, because it has all of the different exact red lights for a fall of a republic. And America is the oldest republic in the world, oldest democracy, oldest constitution in the world that everybody else models their constitution off of. And then there's also so much talk about how just without reason, or just people talking, murmuring about how, you were going to lose we're going to lose the country and not be a democracy anymore. Oh yeah, an actual, like, Trump saying it. But there's actual, all these other red lights too, like, breaking laws that have been around forever. Like they were wanting to raise Vivek Ramaswamy, one of the Republican candidates, wanted to raise voting to 25, and I think that's been around forever. I need to do my research and know how long. But yeah, and Trump wanting to get rid of the Constitution. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do as much as I can. I'm not gonna buy weed again. Like if I buy weed again, it would have to be for like. Because I can't buy weed to do something for the first time anymore, because I've done everything now. Unless it's deadlifting. But no. Yeah, so I might just want to listen to music, because this is the last of it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to listen to music until I sober up. But I want to listen to, memorize the book, and but I lost my train of thought after Ferret. That was the first example where it was changing. And then he kind of got sidetracked and gave all these other examples of stuff, because he also talked about how laws come about from different economic situations, Like after the Battle of Salamis in the Peloponnesian War, I think it was. Or maybe that was the war against Xerxes. But Athens became more democratic. Like they changed rules and made it so more people could vote about more things and stuff, because it was a naval victory. And the more naval you are, the more democratic you are, because it's all the people are rowing the boat together. So everybody's more equal. And yeah. And so I wanted to just condense it all down to that. I don't know if anybody's done that. I'm going to ask ChatGPT actually right now. But so he's really similar to like Montesquieu's Spirit of the Laws, where he's talking about how laws are subject to the situation that they're in. Like big plains are for democracies because everybody can have the same size of farmland since the beginning. Colonies are more democratic because, they lay out the size of the parcels for everybody, which is all the same, and everybody has the same wealth at the beginning. It's only after different people make different money that it changes. And so if you wanted to make like new laws, experiment with new laws, that's the best place to do it. And stuff like that. So I'm just going to listen to that book over and over again and make the notes, because I only made the note on that one. You can even verbally do it and then go in from the notes and then do that on the page. But that is like big time back. See, that's my website now. That's what I'm working on my website. But it's big time like second burner, back burner. The most important thing, the only thing I really care about is training all day long, and I actually have reason to not do anything. So I'm actually happy. It's fun to not have to do anything. So I'm just gonna smoke weed, eat as much food as I can, smoke weed, and like watch music videos on here and other just random YouTube stuff. I wanted to watch that dude who called Cuba Island, a floating pile of garbage in the ocean. I want to watch some of his stand-up and see if I've seen him around. And I think that's so funny that the comedians, right-wing comedians, are sinking him. And maybe they'll blame him for Trump losing, and he'll lose his career. But anyway, it's just other stuff, random stuff. I like watching car videos. I was watching this Lamborghini. Jay Leno was driving a Miura, and then he crashed his Miura in the tunnel, but then he got picked up by a billionaire and the original Countach, but then I stopped watching it. Anyways, that's enough talking for the day. You need to go and read. Oh yeah, because my idea is that anybody who can demonstrate. See, I have all these ideas in my head, and I wrote them on my website, a test you can take, like a bi-weekly history test, book review test, but this is like the ultimate. Like anybody who can, because like there has to be one book that you have to memorize. You know, Thomas Aquinas, the father of like the Catholic Church, he wrote a 3,000-page book, the 1400, making all the rules, like the moral rules that everybody now follows in church. The person he cited more, and I'll ask ChatGPT how much it was, but it's like, he cited this dude, like, he cited Aristotle as much as everybody else combined. He called him the philosopher. So, and Aristotle is like the most sophisticated writer from the ancient world. He was way in like 350 BC. He was the teacher of Alexander the Great. I mean, that's the book. That's way more important than like the Old Testament. That should be, or the New Testament. That's the number one most important book. So there needs to be like a reward. A billionaire or somebody needs to give a $50,000 reward to the first person who memorizes that entire book on YouTube. So what I want to do is recite the entire book, like blindfolded. The entire book. Memorize the entire thing, because it's only like 350 pages or something. And then I'm going to say like, hey, look, I won the prize, and then I'll ask for my $50,000. And if that works, I'll be like, ooh, how about the first person who recites this book gets $25,000 or something, and I'll make money memorizing books. That'd be a good way to motivate to stop smoking weed. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna quit smoking weed. I can't think of any. If I buy weed again, I'm gonna be like, yeah. But I thought that was awesome to be high, to swim a few times high, do the deadlifting high, and the pulley system high, and I totally like rocked my body, dude. And I didn't have too bad of an asthma attack during it, you know. It was only after, so yeah, I do have to be careful to stop. Anyways, that's enough talking. Talk to you tomorrow.